As Bash overlooked the Holy Nation military outpost, he heard a noise, a clicking, chirping, buzzing behind him. Suddenly he was ambushed. They came out of nowhere. He had the high ground, yet someone snuck up on him. And then it came, like a wave, a monsoon, a tidal wave. The Holy Nation military outpost lies in ruins behind Bash. Its newest inhabitants now claim the territory in force. What had happened? Just a stone's throw from our own base, an invasion from a hostile entity, one like we've never seen before. They were Hivers, but they were something more. They were feral. Bash now retreats back to the base to inform Fox and the gang what has happened, what has transpired. Inside the military outpost are hundreds of Hivers, led by powerful war chiefs. Bash has little knowledge of these beings, but he's heard rumors of the Fogmen before, and they match the description. What have we got ourselves into? What are we in for? All right. So we're going to pull back the curtain here for a second. Very interesting turn of events. Very interesting indeed. Something that I had not expected, and something I can't really do anything about. So here we are. So welcome to the military outpost that we had been fighting for quite some time. It is now, well, vacant of Holy Nation people, but it has been taken up by some resident Fogmen. Now, there are several things that could have triggered this, but the only thing that I can truly think of that caused this level of devastation is turning in the Inquisitor to the Shek. So let me kind of explain what has happened over the past little while. I had attempted to take the military base, as I mentioned in my last video. I cleared out all of the patrols, and I was sieging the town. I was doing this with pretty much everybody, pretty much the entire force that we have available to us, with the exception of the hub people. They were back at the hub. We were doing pretty good. We had, lost a couple people, not dead, but unconscious for quite a long time. But we were about to take it, and then out of nowhere, about, I would say 6 or 7 patrols respawned with about 40 people to 50 people, and, well, we lost. So rather than try and make a video out of that BS, I decided to do something different. With the suggestion of the comments, in the comments section, we had some good advice. I had completely forgot that with the Reactive World mod installed, along with some of the natural things in Kenshi, if you get rid of some of the important leaders, the settlements die. So in this case, the Holy military base died because I turned in the Inquisitor down here to Squin. I brought him all the way down here, and in fact, we have a couple of the members just returning. Yankee, Shigar, and New had brought back the Inquisitor to the Shek, all the way down in Squin. And the moment they turned him in, Bash up here, thankfully, is a good fighter. He got jumped by a bunch of these Fogmen. I think it was like 6 or 7 of them. A couple of them actually ran away in the middle of the fight. They kind of crawled away. I'm not really sure where they went. They might have actually died somewhere around here. But yeah, he got jumped by a whole bunch of them. And thankfully, he's able to fend them off without too much trouble. He's a pretty good fighter, so it wasn't that big of a deal for him. But now we get to overlook what has happened in like the split second that we turned in the Inquisitor. The Holy Nation military outpost, got destroyed automatically. That's just part of the Reactive World mod, I believe. And in place of it is the Fogmen. It was taken over completely by Fogmen in like 2 seconds. So I didn't really have any say over what happened. I'm not actually even sure if there was a fight or if it just happened because I was loading in a different part of the world. So that's what's happening. Now the cool thing is they are still hostile to us. So it's not like we've completely negated, everything. There's still some, fog princes and stuff. Still some tough guys down here, but they're not Holy Nation. And that's currently what our mission is. So the problem with this scenario, though, is they have some massive wandering bands. If we look at the map here and scroll over the base that is taken over, they have 22 roaming squads with 134 population total and 87 residents in the city. Now, thankfully, most of those residents are just trash. So if we happen to get into a small fight with them, it's not going to be the end of the world. We can handle it, and they're not acting like an actual military where they're like guarding really all that much. There's a couple guards just kind of standing around, but they're actually just kind of wandering about. So we don't really have to worry about them. We might encounter them in the wild a little bit, but I think that's perfectly okay given the circumstance. So for now, back here at the base, things are going kind of, wonky because I had people trying to collect some iron plates to make more prison cages and stuff like that, because my plan was to try and capture as many people as I could, but that kind of is going to get put on hold while we retreat and regroup from everything that has just happened. Now, with that being gone, I think we are set to kind of pick a new target. I do want to kind of see if we can get rid of this holy farm one more time, because I don't like the fact that it's not considered defeated. And actually, I just now noticed that the holy mines down here looks like they reset too, and I'm not really sure why. That's a little bit frustrating, but really nothing I can do about that at the moment. Shows that they have 2 residents. I'm pretty sure I killed everyone there, so I don't know who those people could be, but that's not our problem right now. So today, what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at our options. So for starters, we have just about everything we need here at the base. We have our defenses fully set up, and when we're actually defending, I don't think anything could really take this from us unless they came in like huge numbers, which is possible, but fairly unlikely. Inside here, we have ourselves, 16, something like that, 15 cages. And that's kind of enough. We have some prisoners that are going to die soon enough. They're pretty badly wounded, and several of them are dying. The people over here have just kind of healed up because their hunger reset for some reason. They were starving at one point, but then they suddenly stopped starving, so I don't know what that's about, but that's not really a concern. They'll all die soon enough, so it's not that big of a deal. But we have prisoner cages for, another invasion somewhere, presumably a farm or something like that. So we will go out and we will try and close down a couple more of their farms, because I think that'll hit them the hardest. Seeing as we are kind of set up for defense, I'm thinking that we need to now start crafting. Our crafting, it got pretty advanced, but then we got kind of shut down because we had to leave our military base. So what I'm thinking about doing is we're going to build ourselves some weapons benches. Let's see, weaponsmith here. Yeah, it takes 35 iron plates. So I think we're going to do a weaponsmith here. Let's go ahead and just build it. I kind of want to do these inside. Yeah, we'll do them inside, because then they can get the lighting bonus for working under the light. So we'll do the weaponsmith here. I don't know what we want, because our armor smithing, I can't remember if it's heavy armor or if it's leather. Our people, we want them in the combat armor, the stuff here, the black plate jacket says leather, so medium. Okay, so we want a leather smithing place. So along with the weaponsmith, we also want a leather armor crafting bench right here. So take this guy here and put it, oh, I didn't select the other thing, my bad. So armor over here, and then weaponsmith over here. And then we also do need a leather tanning bench, because we need to be able to make ourselves some actual, leather. Make sure we have that done properly. Gonna move that over here, boop, by the armor. And then do we need anything else? I don't think so at the moment. Let's just start with that and see how that goes. We'll confirm that. and we'll let them build. Alright, so we return briefly to discuss what we've completed. Over here in the building to our left, we have completed our weapons and armor crafting stations, along with our leather crafting station and soon to be our cloth crafting station. Now what we're going to do is we're actually going to create a little hemp farm over here to create cloth because the armor requires it and we don't have any other cloth or a way to get cloth otherwise. I'm not going to do cotton out here because cotton doesn't really grow, so this is kind of what we're left with. So we are going to have eventually a little hemp farm along with the well and the water station, but I'm not in a hurry to get that up. This kind of stuff over here was the primary thing that we needed to do. We have the resources and the machines for creating steel bars and steel plates, which will eventually become, armor plates as well over here, wherever my little crafting station is. But we have everything that we need to essentially start crafting weapons and armor again. We need to look forward now. So we're about to be up in full operation again, and I kind of want to decide what our next move is before the next video. I was going to go ahead and head out and try and pick a target, but I figured I kind of want to do that with you guys. See, if we look at the map, we have a couple different options. Now first, we obviously have this strange military base scenario going on over here. We have the Holy Farm up here, and which has pretty much gotten all of its residents back, so we should probably go take that out again, just for the sake of doing it. But what I was kind of curious about is I know up this way, there's another military base that might be worth taking a look at. The other option that I had, and that I was going to consider with you guys, and I kind of want your opinion on this, so if you've watched to this point, thank you, and I want you guys to vote. Should we go take down this farm or the farms and maybe go take a look at the military outpost, or should we go take a look at Stack? I do believe that with our primary group, we could, at the very least, start ticking away at Stack. Stack is a very unique city in that it's pretty well guarded actually. It's in between some like hillsides and everything like that and mountains, so it's actually really well defended. But that also means there's a choke point that allows us to easily break in at nighttime. So I kind of want your guys' opinion on what we should do. Should we try and go bold and take out Stack? Or should we try and continue on up north here with the Holy Farm and another military outpost? And then the final option, should we try and take out the fog people? They're encroaching a bit on our land, and I'm not really worried about them because they're not that strong. But we could definitely go fight them if that seems like it would be something good. So we're going to leave it off here. And I want you guys to decide what we do. Option A, kind of take on Stack. Option B, Holy Farm, military outpost. Or option C, go back over to the military outpost that is overrun by the Fogmen. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I'll see you next time.